Alright peeps, it is Thursday, and obviously as you can tell we are in a different location. We came into a movie theater, and I don't know about you guys, but a movie is probably one of my favorite things. It's just one of those things where you don't have to think a lot about it. You can just sit down, watch the screen, completely takes you in, might transport you to a different place, or as you watch it you identify with one of the characters or whatever's going on. But this past weekend during Connect, one of the questions was, well, what kind of movies should I watch, and what kind of music should I listen to, and how do those things affect my walk with Christ? And so we're going to delve into that a little bit today. I think it's one of those issues that ever since movies and music have come along, as believers, that's something that we struggle with. I know a long time ago, back in the 50s and 60s, they said rock and roll was of the devil, and I imagine now if you came into any local church and listened to worship music, it's probably more rock and roll influence than anything. So it doesn't mean that just because it's of a certain genre that it's necessarily evil. But there are things that we have to guard against, and we should guard our hearts against certain types of music and certain kinds of movies. And so as I'm talking today, I want you to understand that I'm not coming at it as an expert, somebody that's got it completely figured out, because music and movies is something that I have struggled with in my walk. Alex and I talk a lot. I know that's one of his issues, was dealing with TV and music and movies, and what do I get rid of, and what do I keep, and what kind of things are beneficial to me, and what kind of things maybe should I not be partaking in. And so one scripture I want to go to first is in the book of Philippians, and it's Philippians 4. And it just simply says in verse 8, "Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence, and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things." And so as you're thinking about the movies you watch and the music you listen to, how many of those are true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, good repute? It's worthy of praise. You know, a lot of music nowadays, I mean, you're dealing with immorality. You know, there's only so many songs you can listen to about sex and drugs and hoes and all this stuff before it kind of starts going into your mind. And movies we watch, you know, I know when I was a teenager, I would search out the movies that had the sex scenes in them. You know, why is that beneficial to you? What good is that to you to participate in those kinds of movies? And so what I want you to get to the point of is not necessarily discussing what kind of movies and music should I watch. Ask why you're watching them. What's the point of them? Are you doing it because it's the cool thing to do? Or are you doing it because it's the latest thing? Are you doing it because it's funny? Are you doing it because you just like the way it sounds? Really go into the motive behind it and look at why you're participating in those kinds of things. You know, do I think if you listen to an Eminem song you're going to hell? No, it's not going to happen. But do I think it can affect your spiritual health? Absolutely. If you listen to that much anger over and over and over again, at some point it's going to come out in some way or another. So if you look in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, 34, it says, "For the mouth speaks out of that which fills the heart." So basically whatever fills the heart, at some point your mouth is going to speak that out. And I really don't have a better way to illustrate it than this. Alright, this is a water bottle. It's from Sam's, a great value. This is a great value, by the way. But anyway, this is a water bottle, and this water bottle represents you, your life. It's an empty vessel right now. It has water in it, but you know what? It has the potential to be filled, has the potential to have something taken out of it, but this is your life. This is who you are. And then you have a Coca-Cola. It's very cold. They are delicious, but they represent things of the world. Let's say it's the music you're listening to, the movies you watch, the TV you allow yourself to watch, maybe videos on YouTube. All right? So you begin to fill your heart and your mind with that Coke. Okay? You're just filling it right up. Watch a couple movies, listen to a couple CDs, download some music on iTunes. All right? Now, this vessel that was meant for good, because water is good for us, it's healthy, is now filled up with this. Where did I put the darn cap? There it is. Is now filled up with this Coke. All right. So here you have this beautiful vessel filled with things of the world. Now let me ask you something. If I shake this up, Alex, if I open that up right now, what's going to happen?
Boom.
Booyah. Coke's going to go everywhere. So the moral of it all is, I don't care how pretty the package on the outside is. I don't care how much you appear to be a Christian. Whatever you're filling yourself with is going to come out. If I open this top right now, Coke is going to go everywhere. It's going to ruin the camera. It's going to ruin my clothes. It's going to get all over the floor of this nice theater that these folks let us come into. It's going to get on the seats. So think about that. As you're thinking about the movies you watch and the music you listen to, and as you participate in things that are of the world, at some point they begin filling your life and they will come out. So I don't want you to ask the question, well, what does the Bible say about the kind of music I can listen to and the movies I watch? Because let's face it, there were no movies back then. The music you listened to was the music you made on your own. I mean, David wasn't on iTunes. And, you know, there weren't movies you could go to the theater and watch. So just take Philippians 4 to heart. Whatever is lovely, whatever is pure, whatever is honorable, dwell on those things. And if any of this music and any of these movies are keeping you from dwelling on those things, then it's time to take stock of that and maybe throw it out of your life. So hope you're blessed on this Thursday. It's probably going to be the last real talk of the week. It was the last Connect question we were going to answer this week. Hope you guys have an awesome one. Be here Sunday morning, 9:15, starting the new Abide series. And Sunday night at 6, we're starting a new series called Easy Walk, talking about disappointment this week. Hope you guys have a good one.